Morning, Vanjie.
How you doing?
Can I say what I told you?
Absolutely. How are you feeling today?
I feel, it sounds weird, I feel strong.
Excellent.
Particularly my shoulders and across here, like it just feels the way I think I should feel rather than slouchy, something or other. Something is happening.
Correct. We're rebuilding your posture. You're standing taller, right? Yes.
Up to 5'6". Well done.
Excellent. Well, today we're going to try and add in a new layer of progression. We're going to be working with mini bands today. People can find these at any kind of local store that carries any kind of equipment like Canadian Tire, Walmart, or Sporting Goods store. Yep. I ordered these ones online. This is a Canadian company called Synergy, which I love. They're a little thicker than some of the normal ones, but I love supporting kind of Canadian business, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be working with those today. I love them because usually you can find a set between $25 or $20, which is very affordable for at-home fitness equipment, right? So we're going to be working with those today. Usually the heavier bands, we use them for lower body movements. Some of the heavier bands we'll use for big upper body movements, but then you work towards the medium and the lighter tension for some of those smaller muscle groups that are really challenging, and then you work your way up, which is great.
Okay.
So you have natural progression. So we're going to warm up a little bit, big arm circles. We're starting to get to making those warm-ups just like brainless, right?
You're going to make a swimmer out of me yet.
That's right. But look at the rotation you have now. It's improving.
It is.
Drastically. Good, and go backwards. It's looking a lot better. A lot better. Excellent. And take those arms open wide. Are you finding it easier to kind of play with grandkids and that kind of thing? I mean, some of your grandkids are fast. I'm not sure you're going to keep up
You're
to them.
supposed to play with your grandchildren?
All right, nice little butt kick or ham curl here. Let me move this over a little here. Good. Just warming up those legs. Excellent. Good. And now we're going to do those hip openers, so inside to outside. And again, this is so important for our hip health because when we sit so much through the day, everything just likes to seize up. We become like an old rusty tire.
Like an old rusty mare? Is that what you were going to say?
An old rusty mare.
The old gray mare? That's what Nancy calls me.
She calls you that?
Yeah.
You've got a good leg there.
I do.
Good. Now, yep, going the other way. You got it. You know it. Good. Breathing. Okay, we're going to take it to a bit of a squat. So feet shoulder width apart. This time we're simply going to reach towards the ground and reach towards the sky. Good. I don't think when we first started you could have even touched the floor there, Ken.
Not with confidence.
Not with confidence. Good. You've got it. Last two. Last one. Excellent. Beautiful. All right. Feeling warmer, Ken?
Yes.
That's a fast warm-up, but
Yep.
we get there. All right, I'm going to get you to take that black one. Use the box here to sit down, and you're going to put it on just above your knees. All right? So,
Like over both feet.
correct. Over both feet. This is practical because it's like putting on your underwear in the morning. Or socks.
Let's go with socks.
Putting your pants on. The ability to dress oneself. Functional fitness. So you do want to take a minute and often try to get it flat. A big part with people and bands is that they're like, well, they roll and they bunch up. Well, actually, that's telling you then that at some point you're breaking tension. So if you start with them flat, they should stay flat. They shouldn't do a ton of rolling around, okay? From here, we're going back to that sit to stand. Okay, so feet are going to be shoulder width apart. And you're going to work to keep those knees apart, just like we do in a normal squat, but now you've got more resistance. You're going to work for 35 seconds. You'll have 15 seconds to rest. All right, get ready. Get set. You're going to stand and sit. Go for it. Good. And you can see that band wants to pull the knees back in, but you're going to push the knees apart, keeping your feet flat. Big toe, little toe, and heel. Driving into the floor. Excellent. Beautiful. Now, obviously, eventually we would take this off the box again, and you would be doing freestanding squats again, but banded. But today we're gonna start back on the box, because this is a new kind of progression. Good. Excellent. You're gonna slide that band off real quick. Excellent. Now you're gonna stand up and you're gonna grab that band through the loop. You're gonna hold that band up high over your head and you're gonna pull elbow down and elbow down. Go for it. Okay, feet are about hip width apart, knees are soft, and you're trying to avoid that flared rib cage. You're gonna tuck the ribs under, pull down. Good. Now, if it bothers your neck to be up this high, you could come further down as well. This is called a lat pull down. It's working through the shoulders and upper back. Good. Breathing.
It's a good thing these are just demonstration because I'm not sure I can do 3 rotations on this side either. This is
Right.
just demonstration, isn't it?
No, we're working. All right, put that back around the ankles for me. Yeah, somebody's taking a quick pause. All right, we're doing a side step. We're gonna be going side to side.
Oh,
Ready, go to the right. There we go.
I can see bad things happening here.
Confidence, move with intention, Ken. Good. That's it. So you wanna pick your feet up here. Don't drag them. Good. Remember that gorilla shuffle that we worked on?
Yep.
This would eventually be where we go to. Right? But we start with baby steps. Baby steps. Do you feel that working?
Oh, skippity doo dah.
Right? Whew. Now, if it felt like too much, we could go lower band tension. Good. Okay, slip that band off.
It just depends how big your step is, too.
Right.
How much?
Grab that green band for me here, Ken. You're gonna put it around your wrists. Okay? Thumbs up. Elbows bent at 90 degrees. And you're gonna open and close. This is the motion you're doing. Okay? It's this external rotation. So it might feel small, depending on the band tension you pick up as well. You can do this with lighter or medium. This really targets the muscles through our upper back, our rotator cuff muscles.
And once again, you can feel it through the top of my chest up here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hang it in there. 2, 1, and rest. Grab your black band again. Isn't this fun?
Gosh, this is fun, Benji.
All right, you're gonna put the band around your left foot. I'm gonna pause the timer here because we don't wanna rush this one for a second. All right, band is gonna go around your foot and you're gonna stand up. You're gonna put that hand on the band, the opposite
Oh,
hand.
the other hand.
Yeah, so we're foot to opposite hand.
This
We're
foot
gonna
could fly up over my head now.
Right?
if I-
Worst case scenario, you would probably snap it down. All right? So, we're gonna do what's called a deadlift with a row. So, up nice and tall, you're gonna stick that bum out, you're gonna pull, and then you're gonna stand back up. Okay, now this stance, instead of right beside each other, you're gonna go a bit split stance. Take your back foot back a little bit. Okay, back heel slightly lifted, chest up proud, stick that rear end out, pull, and stand. Good. Nice flat back. Good. Excellent. Okay, pause. We've got that. Now let's add a timer to it. We're gonna do it for 35 seconds. Ready? Start standing up. Here we go. Hinge, pull, and stand. Hinge, pull, and stand. Keep going. Excellent. Take your time. Good, so we're working hamstrings, the back of the thighs here, as well as upper back because we're pulling. And because we have upper and lower working, core is working like mad. Good.
It's like the lunge and lift thing that we did last
Correct.
time. Took
Exactly.
me like 3 days to get my one side working right. You can do it if you just keep
That's
practicing.
right. Practice makes progress.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Switch sides there, Ken. All right, so band goes around the other foot. Excellent. Make sure it's under that foot. Opposite hand is going to grab. Okay, ready? Here we go. Again, it's hinge, row, and stand. Hinge, nice flat back. In that flat back position, you should feel like your chest is puffed out and a slight arch to the lower back. Knees are soft, and you're a bit of a staggered stance. That back heel is lifted. Yep. Good, breathing. This is basically bending over and picking stuff up. This is what this is simulating.
I haven't got my foot off the floor yet, but I'm trying.
That's okay. Good. Rest. Breathe. Pause. Excellent. First circuit done. You ready to do it again?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes.
All right, grab a seat. We're going to go back to those squats. We're going to go back to those squats. So put that band back on over just above the knees. With band work, you never want it on a direct joint. You want it above or below. All right, and take a second, try and get it flat. It will feel better on your skin. Some people also buy mini bands that are like a fabric style.
Yep.
They're great for lower body, but they don't have enough stretch for upper body. So that's why I work with these silicone ones. All right, sit to stand squats. Ken, are you ready?
You bet.
35 seconds of work. Get ready. Get set. Let's go. Good.
What is
Keeping
the
those knees apart.
advantage of forcing your knees apart like this? What?
So that is engaging the outer and inner thighs, which helps protect and strengthen the knee joint. That's the biggest error that many people make in their squats, is their legs buckle in when they're sitting and standing. And so then they have constantly sore knees. So by pushing out, we engage these muscles here that then support the knee joint.
So should you work harder at keeping your legs farther apart or just shoulder width?
Shoulder width apart is ideal. Good, rest there, slide that band off. Shoulder width apart is ideal, but you want to have feet flat, knees apart. All right, we're doing that lat pull down again. So we're gonna hold on to that band up top.
This one?
Yep, we're on the block, Ken. Here we go, pull it down. Good, now again, if you are really beginning, you're gonna alternate arms here. You're gonna alternate left and right. Good, belly's pulled in, knees are unlocked. Drop the shoulders down, okay?
And you can tell which is the stronger arm here.
Yes.
That's pretty easy to tell.
Absolutely. Now, if this starts to get a little bit spicy, you could drop down band tensions. That would be completely okay. All right? And then as you progress, you'll start to be able to be like, oh, that's too easy. I can go heavier. Good. Rest. Band around the ankles. We're going to do that side shuffle. Now, for the side shuffle, we could be above the knees. We could be around the toes, but ankles kind of works. All right, we're going to go to this
To the
side.
right, to the right.
To the right, there left. Good. And again, you're picking your feet up. You're not trying to drag because that's where tension slips. You should feel constant tension on your band. So my legs feel tight the entire time.
Yep.
Good. Stand tall. You've got it. Now again, I have you on a decently challenging band here today, Ken.
What do you mean it's the hardest one?
No, I have the hardest one.
Oh. That's the hardest one that was left.
That's right. Rest. Slip that band off. Okay, we're going to go a little bit lighter. Grab the band.
I'll
As
be
you
fine.
falls over. Again, feel free to sit down if you need to take that off and off. But it's good practice.
Oh,
You get that one.
what are we doing?
Wrists.
Oh,
External rotation. Thumbs up. Here we go. Out and in. Good. Chance to catch your breath. Knees are soft. Shoulders are down and back. And you're not clenching your rear end to kingdom come.
ah,
Okay?
it's just no glutes here.
They're slightly firing, but we want our core to engage. All right? We want everything bracing, not just our glutes taking over. Good. 5 seconds. Breathe. Usually you exhale through the hardest part of the movement. Excellent. Okay, we're going to try that deadlift with a row. So you're going to grab your heavy band, put it around one foot, opposite hand, and at home, if you need to hit pause for extra setup time, do it. All right, stand up tall to start. Ready? Here we go. Hinge, row, and stand. Free hand can be on the hip. That's a good spot for it. Good. Back, kind of staggered stance. Back foot can be slightly lifted or flat. Flat is okay. It's not wrong. The most important part here is your posture through your spine. We don't want to be rounding. Puff that chest out, Slight arch to the lower spine. Good. Breathe. You got it. Rest. Excellent. Hi, neighbor. Switching sides. My neighbors just must find it so fascinating to look in here as they drive by.
These bands ever break after a while?
I've not had one of these ever break. Oh, here we go. Hinge, pull, and stand. Now, a good eye line here is looking slightly forward but downward. Okay, kind of where the wall meets the floor. Breathe. Hanging in there. 15 seconds. This should feel a bit challenging. If it does not, you need to pick up a heavier band. If you're dying, you need to go a little lighter. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Take a little breather for a second here. And we've got one final set. This is where we may have to adjust some tensions if we feel like we can't complete the movement with good form. Okay? We need to have form before fast. So if we're really struggling, take the band and go a little lighter. Okay? Starting with our squats. Getting ready. In, oops, come back. Starting in 5. Squats. Ready, set, and go. Again, the band is around just above the knees. Feet are shoulder width apart. And we're standing and we're sitting. Good. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Usually you want to exhale as you stand up. Good. I always say though, if you struggle to breathe, right, just means you're not working quite hard enough. You work a little harder and your body will figure out exactly where to breathe. And you won't have to think about it.
Strangely enough, I was a distance runner when I was in high school.
Excellent.
And you develop patterns of breathing of
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Exactly.
whatever
Yep.
it is.
Slide that off there, Ken. We're going to do that lat pull down. Your body will figure out how to breathe. It is a natural thing. Good. Hands up, and you're going to pull that band down. I always like to imagine this as if I'm kind of pulling back on a bow and arrow, getting ready to launch it. I do have to be careful in my classes because if I really tick off my clients, they'll just line this up and like ready to shoot me. And again, if this bothers your neck up high, just drop it lower and come more to chest height. Still working very similar muscle group, but without quite the same amount of top, shoulder, and neck tension. Knees are soft, core's engaged so we're not flared. Tuck it in. Good, rest. Okay, we're gonna try something slightly different for this side shuffle for the last set. Okay, I'm gonna have you put it around the balls of your feet. So this is around the laces. Okay, when we change up where the band placement is, it targets it a little differently. Okay, so reset the posture, shoulders down and back. And you're gonna be stepping out again. Okay, so the tension will feel slightly different. Ready? Go for it.
To the right, to the right, to
That's
the right.
right. All right, there, left. Good. This is, I always feel like I should turn on the cha-cha slide for this song.
That is really different than around your ankles.
It is. So now your feet are having to keep that band out a little harder, right? Which rolls up into those glutes even differently. Even differently? That didn't sound like proper.
More differently.
More differently, 8 seconds.
Oh,
You
man.
got this, Ken. Should feel it right there.
Do we have right there?
Woo.
Oh,
Yep. Rest. Hi. External rotation. Grab a medium to light band. Band is around the wrist. Thumbs are up. Shoulders down and back. Reset the posture. Elbows at our side at 90 degrees. We're open and closed. Now you can see Ken's actually getting his hands out further. Part of that is because you're on a slightly lighter band. Now if I was to switch and have you go harder band, you can see now the difference, right? So I don't want you to strain. Just go to where you can with control. Good. But you can see how the tension of the band makes a difference, right? Breathe.
you can't, you have to work harder.
Yeah.
That's all.
And rest. Deadlift with the row. Try that black band. Again, if at home this is a bit too challenging, go to a lighter tension, band around one foot, opposite hand grabs, start with a tall body, and you're gonna hinge, pull, and stand. Now, for some people, they really struggle with the grip strength on this guy. Now, you have great grip strength, Ken, because of all the barn work that you do. But particularly for some individuals that struggle with a lot of wrist pain or potentially arthritis, this might feel challenging. So going to a lighter band will help, all right? So that's a good adjustment, but it's actually really great to strengthen through that grip because it can help manage some of that pain that we get. Rest. Switching sides. Just loving life. Yes. Opposite foot. Good. Band is on one foot. Going to the opposite hand. Stand tall. Here we go. Hinge and pull, and then stand. Hinge, pull. You've got it. It's fascinating that as I work with clients that struggle with a lot of wrist pain, I'm bracing them through their hands. As we work on strengthening, that often dissipates. Strength. Someone once told me strength is pain leaving the body. Now, obviously, we have some alternative circumstances, but.
I couldn't do this when we started because my knee would have hurt too much.
Correct, you're completely correct. And rest. Amazing. Woo! Ken, that was well done. Take a big shoulder roll. Well done. Take one arm across, give it a little tug. I'm gonna turn that timer off. Whew, it's just a nice couple of little stretches here to finish you off. The great thing is that's a really like kind of head to toe workout that you just did. You got lots of things working for you. Awesome. Take those hands behind you, little lift. Good. And then you're gonna reach up to the sky and then reach to the floor. Just kind of hang down for a moment there and then roll it back up, breathing out. One more time, reach up to the sky and breathe out. Good. Roll it up. Give yourself a pat on the back, Ken.
I could do something.
Woo!
Too. I could do something.
Oh, what are you gonna do? You can do it. You've been working on it.
I've been working on this. Can't lift it up yet, but I can do that one
Yes.
with some help.
Amazing.
And I can do this one just by grabbing on.
There we go. Progress.
Way to go, Angie.
Well done, Ken. Bye, guys.